So we're going to start, my plan is to start in Baddha Konasana with a block either underneath the feet or either side of your knees. Yeah. And when you get there, if you need to adjust, so in Baddha Konasana we can decide, let's turn this down. Okay. We can decide how close the feet are to our hips. Yep. And we can decide whether the soles of the feet are together, so we're pressing the toes and the balls of the feet, or whether they kind of open up like it's a little foot book. And when you feel like you've got the most comfortable Baddha Konasana for you in this moment, we're going to start our full part breath. And it's sometimes quite a nice thing to connect your hands to the breath. And it can often help you get a little bit deeper into the pranayama. So maybe you pop your hands onto the belly. And you take full breaths into the belly. And that full breath is finished. You can put your hands either side of the rib cage. And then same thing, full breaths into the ribs, going out to the sides. And you can rest your hands wherever you want. And see if you can feel full breaths into the back. And those last 4 breaths, maybe one or both hands around the collarbone area. And then just before we do anything else, take a long, slow, noisy exhale. And then just notice how you feel. Now, how you feel. Because we've been opening up the inner thigh and the fascia of the belly, we're just going to activate it before we start to move. So if you press the big toes together and press both the feet together really strongly, so you can feel everything start to get warm and start to activate. And keep pressing the feet as strongly as you can, really strongly. The knees will rise a little bit as well from that strength. Big toes press. Yes, really, really lovely, really nice. Couple more breaths. And then let that activation go. Straighten out the legs, have a little wriggle. Yay. When it makes sense to you, you can bend the knees and pop those incredibly active feet onto the ground. They might feel a little bit different. And have the feet hip distance, Trish, as well. So think of, we're going to come into bridge, yeah. And all we're going to do as I talk you through this is we're just going to lift and lower the hips in bridge as I talk you through what's going to be the next sequence. So what, yeah. And then Kate, inner thighs stay active as well. So we're just lifting and lowering, just really easy. And we're going to stay here for quite a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, nice adjustment, Trish. I was just going to say that. I'm going to try and keep the knees a little bit more active. So rather than allowing them to go wide, think about almost a little internal rotation. Okay, so in a minute, and we've got about a minute here, but in a minute we're going to come and do this same motion, this up and down of the hips. So really easy. And we're going to add the breath. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the hips. And as we exhale, we're going to soften the hips down. So again, really easy. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a fairly complicated little sequence of leg movements. Every time we move a leg into a position, we're going to move it on an exhale. We're going to pause on the inhale. And then on the next exhale, we're going to keep that leg in that position, but we're going to lower the hips. And on the inhale, we're going to keep that leg in that position, but we're going to lift the hips. So we've got a 4 breath sequence. So yeah, we're not starting just yet. Okay, super excited. So the leg positions, there's going to be 4. I won't tell you just yet, it's going to be a surprise. For now, we're just lifting and lowering. I thought it was going to be less confusing, but I feel like it's more confusing. Okay. Oh yeah, great. Do you know what? I was just thinking that to Honeydew. I was just hoping that she would put a little bit more weight. Yeah, perfect. Well done, Honeydew. Okay, when you're ready, stay up, hips stay up. So remember, basically after each new leg move, we're going to lower the hips and then lift them up. So first thing we're going to do is firm through the right foot and lift the left leg all the way up to the ceiling. So the toes are pointing somewhat to the ceiling. And we're going to stay here and pause for the inhale. Now here's our little hip lower. Exhale, hip lower. Leg stays where it is, nice. Inhale, hip lift. Brilliant. As we exhale, we're going to move that leg. Exhale, that leg comes closer to the ground. It's still straight. Yes, really nice. Inhale to pause. Our hips are still up. Exhale, now they lower. Inhale, now they lift. Leg is still close to the ground. Yes. Perfect. On this exhale, we're going to bend that knee and just hover the foot off the ground. So we've got right leg, right foot on the ground, left foot hovering. Perfect. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, same again. We lower the hips. Inhale to lift. Really beautiful. Last little leg movement. Exhale, that knee comes closer into your chest. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lower the hips. Inhale to lift the hips. Oh, and then foot down. Exhale, hips lower. I know it's quite complicated. Just remember, every time we move the leg, we take a pause, and then we lower the hips and lift them up again. When you're ready, other side. So come up into your bridge. This time, left leg's going to stay. As we exhale, right leg comes up. Yeah, inhale as we pause. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, that leg comes closer to the ground. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lower the hips. Really nice. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee bends. That foot hovers off the ground. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee comes into chest. Everyone's hips go about 5 inches higher. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, relift. Exhale, foot down, hips down. Okay. We're going to do that once more on both sides, obviously. Your option, when you lower the hips in between those movements, You don't have to go to the floor, so you can just hover it if you want. It's going to make it a little bit more stamina inducing, so your choice. If the breath is just confusing you, just make sure you breathe through the whole thing. Don't worry about timing it and getting it perfect. Just make sure you're breathing. We come up into our bridge. Right leg stays down, left leg lifts up. Exhale. Inhale, stay here. Keep the hips up as we inhale. Exhale, lower the hips. Maybe they hover, maybe they find the earth. Inhale, press through the right leg, squeeze up. Exhale, that left leg comes closer to the floor. Keep the hips up though. Use the right foot, really use the right foot. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, hover or lower. Really nice. Inhale to lift the hips. Exhale to bend that knee. That left foot doesn't touch the floor. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, lower or hover the hips. But that's it. Inhale, lift. Last one, exhale, knee comes in, hips really high. Use that right foot. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, press through the right foot, lift. Foot comes down, hips come down. Have a little shake. Oh, brilliant. Just check in. You should be feeling it at the back of your body, that back seam, hopefully. Okay, when you're ready, other side. Don't forget the hips, try and keep them lifted the whole time, as much upward momentum as you can possibly gather. Come into bridge. Yeah, wonderful. If you need to adjust, yes, left foot stays down. Right leg comes up as we exhale. Really lovely, hips stay up. Inhale as we pause. You can go your own speed of breath. Exhale as you lower the hips. Brilliant. Inhale as you lift. Really nice, okay, lovely. Exhale, that leg goes lower to the floor. Brilliant. Inhale as we pause, keep the hips up, nice, Jane. Exhale, lower the hips. Yes. Inhale as we lift. Yeah, good bounce, Elaine. Exhale, knee bends, sole of the foot just finds the floor, just. Yes, keep the hips up, Trish. Really use that left leg. And take the right leg closer to the ground, closer to the ground. There's like a little spinach leaf under it, that's it. Lower the hips. Lift if you haven't already. Yeah. And then from there, take that knee in. Yeah. When you next exhale, lower the hips. And as you inhale, lift. Oh, so nice. As you exhale, bring the foot down, bring the hips down, and have a little shake. Oh, wonderful. So we've used a lot of different actions there. So hopefully it feels like we've got some layers of back of the body, posterior chain. When you're ready, come into cat-cow. Yeah. And in your cat-cow, just have a think. In a minute, we're going to be on our palms. What are you stepping on my fingers? So allow your cat-cow just to tell you a little bit about how your shoulders and how your wrists and how your fingers are feeling. So is there anything on those areas that feel like they need a little bit more attention, or does everything feel that they're good to their weight? Yeah. Just do a couple more. And last little thing before we come up into a forward fold or a down dog even. Just going to sit back into whatever's comfortable. And all we're going to do is just roll and circle the fingers. So each one individually. You can do the left and right finger at the same time. But just try and get as big a circle with each finger as you can. And as you go, especially if you're doing the left and right together, you might notice that one range of motion on one feels really different. So, and then the other. So especially if you have one hand that tends to do everything, that one will often be a little bit more, not necessarily more range of motion, but you've got more access to it. It's got more connection. I'm loving Kay's. Kay's just looks like it's some kind of beautiful Bollywood thing going on. She's properly chilled. Just like, this is nice. I prefer this to the blank. Sorry. down dog when you're ready. Down dog. It was just to warm up our fingers. Perfect. And again, just take this opportunity just to check in. So we ask of our wrist, and we ask of our triceps, and we ask of our shoulders and our traps a lot, especially in yoga. So if you have a little roll around of the feet and a roll around of the hands, they feel all good this evening. Now as we're doing that, I'm going to get my timer all ready. There we go. And as you inhale, allow the eyes to come forward. And allow the exhale to glide your feet into a forward fold. Okay, we've got 2 half sun salutes, but we've got a slower and longer cow. Inhale, stay here, flat back. Stay here. Perfect. In your flat back, we're stationary, but we're breathing. One hand on chest, one hand on belly. Stay here for 4 breaths. If it helps you to connect to the breath, close your eyes. Once you've done that 4th breath, with the next exhale, come into chair with your hands in prayer. Lovely. When you've found chair, you've got a couple of choices here. We're going to come to the sides of the ribs. So either bend the elbows, pop the hands there. If it feels more comfortable, you can give yourself a hug. Yeah. There's some boobs in the way there. I saw that. And then 4 breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. So really open up sideways. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. The last breath a little bit lower in your chair. Stick the butt out, okay? Rather, that's it, stick the butt out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale as you press through the feet, lift up, hands up. And then exhale, hands somewhere on the body. You might notice the heartbeat. You might notice the temperature change. Inhale as you lift up. And as you fold, stay here. 4 breaths, breathing into the back of the body. So opening through the rib, back of the ribs, the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. With our next inhale, come all the way up, back to our flat back. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one, inhaling. As we exhale, all the way down into chair, hands in prayer. Once you feel comfortable in your chair, but you feel suitably challenged as well, decide where you want your hands. Elbows bent or a little hug. When you get there, breathing out laterally to the sides. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling, very nice. Exhaling. Inhaling. exhaling. Last one, inhaling, exhaling. As we inhale, carefully press the earth with the feet and lift up. And then exhale, hands somewhat on the body. If, like me, you feel a little bit blood pressure-y, stay here a little bit. Just let the blood pressure re-establish. And then whenever you're ready, you can inhale, hands up, and you can exhale, forward fold. When you get into your forward fold, find the back of your body. See if you can have a little bit of communication. And then inhale, back of the body moves. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. As we inhale, come up to flat back. Brilliant, and just stay there as my mat has moved. Brilliant. From our flat back as you exhale, chair. Wonderful. Now this is where it becomes apparent why we did so much of those bridge works. Press the right foot down into the ground so you can lift the left foot off and step it a little bit wider. Just a little bit wide, tiny bit, that's it. Press the left foot into the ground, hover the right foot off, and step it a little bit wider as well. So you've got this slightly wider than hip width, yeah. And then turn the feet out a little bit. You probably know where we're going now. That's it. Try not to come up, go straight down. Trish, I would come down however you want using your hands because this is a big knee flexion. We're going to come down into Hindi squat. If you can, keep the butt pointing out and keep the spine straight. At some point, we get as deep in to the hip flexion as our hips allow. And then we lean forward and try to sit back. We've either got a foot underneath us and it's a little bit of a wallop. Yeah. Oh no. I like that, Jim. From there, but good luck doing that with both. Oh, I wonder whether you could balance on blocks on, but anyway, sorry, no. Both. Perfect. From there, half bow. Lovely, lovely, lovely. From half bow, as we inhale, legs a little wider. Everything else is still half bow. As we exhale, cross the legs. Ankles rather. Inhale, everything wider. So we're in half bow, Jem. That's it, that's it. Exhale, cross. Beautiful. Inhale, legs wide. Perfect. Exhale, cross. And then if you've got your right leg in front, brilliant. If you haven't, swap over. Right leg is in front. Brilliant. Bend the knees in. And now here's where we're going to come to our little rock to squat. Take the legs and take the feet over the head. With a powerful and quick and momentous exhale, come forward with or without hands, lift up. You should find yourself with crossed legs. So yes, and it should be the left leg behind the right leg forward. Okay, that's it. Oh yes, little bit more speed and you would have got there. She's frowning at me. So we're going to cross leg forward fold. From here, come all the way up. Just press the feet, lift up, and exhale, hands down into the heart center. Inhale this time. As we lift the hands, we lift the heels, squeeze the inner thighs together for balance, and then exhale, forward fold. Really lovely. As we inhale, we're going to step the back leg, so the left leg, back into a lunge. At this point, you might need to wiggle the front foot a little bit closer to your right hand. So you've got, yeah, that's it. From here, spin the back heel down and find side angle. Just standard side angle. Finally on familiar territory. Inhale as we pause. As we exhale, both arms reach by the ears. So yes, inhale as we pause. Exhale, straighten the front leg up. So we're in triangle, but the arms stay where they are. Lovely. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, rebend the front leg. We're in side angle. Inhale as we pause. As we exhale, allow the hands to come down. Take them into the center of our mat, the long edge of our mat. We're in wide leg forward fold. Perfect. And then spin the back foot so that it's facing the back edge of your mat. Back foot at a diagonal. So we're facing, that's it. And then you should side angle. That should work into a side angle. Just quick feet. Lovely. From side angle, I was just checking, that's a nice and low side angle, lovely. From side angle, as we exhale, both arms come up and they're by the ear or the ears. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, straighten the front leg. We're in triangle, but the arms stay by the ears. So it's crazy strengthening triangle. Inhale as we pause. And then we come back the same way. Exhale, bend, side angle, arms by the ears. Inhale. Exhale, allow the hands to fall to the floor. Sweep them to the front. As you sweep, turn the foot and turn the back foot so that we're in runner's lunge. Yes, we're going to do that 3 more times so we've got the chance to learn it. When you're ready, down dog. And your option is to do your 4 breaths in down dog, in tabletop or seated, whatever. Either way, 4 breaths. When you're ready, when you're ready, tabletop. And I've got my timer ready. I can see everyone start to kind of gather their inner strength for this first plank. I can see it. Everyone's really concentrating. So, Trish, are you ready? Right, 3. Choose whether you want hands or forearms. I should have said 2, 1. Our first 1 minute 15 plank together. Oh, wonderful. Okay. So our first little plank, to have a little check-in. Might feel a little bit different on the back of the body because we've done a lot of back seam stuff. So you might feel that that's kicked on a little bit quicker than it normally would, and it's almost lifting you up from that place. Maybe. You might decide that you need to adjust the feet. You might decide that you want to press a little bit into the heels. And you might decide that you want to press the palms or press the forearms into the floor. So you lift up. And then you might look at your screen and notice that your hips have kind of come up. And if they have, you might decide to allow them just to come a little bit closer to the ground. So you continue that really strong work. And yeah, we feel the work already. We're almost done. First plank, almost done. The inner thighs really working, feet really working for the last 10, 7, 5, 3, and all the way down. Whew. Okay. As always, proper rest. As always, proper rest. Don't restart yet. There we go. Another 5 or 6 breaths. Nothing that we have to do. Last 2 breaths. And then it's up to you. If you want to take a down dog and a little chaturanga and then come back to down dog, go for it. If you prefer to come into a forward fold any way you want, go for that as well. So if you feel like, because I haven't factored any chaturangas in for this, so if you feel like you want a chaturanga, and you know that we can really knock them out of the park fairly quickly, it's there. If you feel like when you come into down dog you want to hop, it's also there. These are your choices. When you feel like, oh, lovely. When you feel like you're ready to start on the other foot, you can just join me in forward fold. There's absolutely no rush. Yes, we're working with strength and we're working with stamina, but we're also working with the breath. From your forward fold as you inhale, flat back. Woo, woo. Sorry, men, it's just, did you hear that? I don't know what's going on. As we exhale, chair. Really nice. Press the right foot down, hover the left. Try and stay low in your chair though. Step the left leg a little bit out. Press the left leg. Exhale, hover the right. Step it a little bit out. That's so great when you get to put it back down. Make sure the feet are turned out a little bit. And then really work on pressing the knees out, keeping the knees out as you send your butt back. So stick your butt out and then send it back. Butt out, butt back, knees wide. At some point, no matter how you get there, you can rock to find your butt. Just depends on hip flexion. Yeah. Either way, if you're up here and you want to go down, literally just allow it to fall. Have a little bump. Once you come onto your butt, you can then bring the legs up. You can use your hands as well, it's fine, into Navasana. Perfect. From Navasana, half boat. Yes, and I'll do it with you because you're all looking at me. I was going to not. Inhale, allow the legs to get wide. Don't laugh when you've got to do core work as well, it's too much. Exhale to cross the legs. Inhale, arms and legs go wide. Exhale, cross. Inhale. Exhale, last one, we want the left leg on top. And then as you exhale, head comes down, knee folds in. You can have a little break as we inhale. As you exhale, think about lifting the butt off of the floor. You can use your hands to help. And taking the legs over your head, so they're closer to the wall behind you. From here on an exhale. Ooh, I fell over. No one saw. Yes. Lovely. Really nice. Yeah, however you get up is good for me. Good with me. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Inhale, come all the way up to stand with those crossed legs. Exhale, hands into center. I promise it will get easier. By week 3 or 4, we'll be like, yeah. Inhale, lift the feet, lift the hands, maybe lift the gaze. And then exhale, forward fold. Oh, inhale as we pause. Exhale, step the right leg back. And if you want, for me, certainly I'm going to move that left leg out to the side so I've got a better position for my side angle. Spin the back heel down. As we exhale, lift up side angle. Classic side angle. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, the hands lift and they gather close to our ears. Inhale. Exhale, torso stays as it is. Front leg straightens. Yes, as you're there, squeeze the legs together as if there's a giant yoga block and you can press both feet into it. Great. Inhale as you pause. Exhale, rebend the front leg back into side angle with the arms by the ears. Really nice. Lean a little bit deeper into that, Gem. Yeah. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, arms dive down. They come into the center. As we turn our feet, we keep turning our feet and we keep moving the hand. When we get to the other side, side angle. So back heel is on the floor, front foot is square to the mat. Lovely. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, straighten up. Yep, squeeze the yoga block, the gigantic yoga block. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, rebend, side angle with that gnarly arms. That's it, nice, Trish. Inhaling. Exhale, allow the arms to fall to the floor. Let them touch the yoga mat as you come back to center. And you'll be in like a little runner's lunge with the hands down. Perfect. And then down dog, or table, or kneeling, either way. 4 breaths. Make the most of these 4 breaths. So they're calming you and softening, and they're also preparing you. Those 4 places. When you're ready, tabletop. Yes. Brilliant. We're all there. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Our second 1 minute 15 plank. You choose the arms. You might decide to have a little play with the shoulders this time. So notice that you can kind of turn the elbows a little bit, and that changes the placement of the shoulder blades. And notice also that you can squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit in, and you can spread them a little bit apart, and that changes how you feel, how you experience plank. So again, you can roll the elbows a little bit, and that's going to be all the way up into the upper arm bones. That's going to change the shoulder blades. Or you can find the shoulder blades and move them into the spine or move them further apart. We are way over halfway. Stay with it. Wherever you're feeling a weight, maybe press it a little bit into the feet. Maybe squeeze the block. Even though we haven't got a block. Last 10. Stay with it. 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Proper rest. Proper rest. Oh, just quiet and proper rest. Oh, 3 more solid breaths. Last breath, to make it a really good one. You decide where you want to feel it, which part, and then let it go. Decide how and how long you take to come into a forward fold. Again, it might be that you want to have a little chaturanga, come into down dog, maybe have a hop. You are super engaged and ready for a hop. Yes, as you've just proved. You should normally have a feeling of complete, like, solidness. Yes, nice. Lovely then. Once you've come into your forward fold, let's just actually come up to stand just for a minute, because we've done a lot already. So push into the feet and come up to stand, and also that will just give me time to get Michael to give me a water because I've drunk too much. Mike, can you give me a water? I just remember this is recording, so this is going to be forever recorded. Can you have a water?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't normally drink that much. Okay. From standing, if you're still already there, you might just want to have a little body scan. Just check that everything's still feeling okay. There's nothing that feels especially tight. And that those last 2 planks are kind of good to go. Have a little check-in with the fingers and the wrists, and just make sure that you don't want to maybe take your last 2 planks on forearms rather than wrists. When you're ready, lower the head and the chest into flat back from standing. Yay. Keep the weight forward. As we exhale, chair. Brilliant. And because we know what's going to come, the body's probably lifted us into a slightly higher chair because it knows we're going to be on one leg. So thank you for that. But actually, no, I want to be in a challenging chair. So that's it.
Press through the left leg, raise the right, still low in the chair, hover it, step it out. Yeah, so we enjoy the hover. Press the right, hover the left, enjoy the hover, or not, and step it out. Really brilliant. Make sure the feet are turned out to a sensible angle that feels right. Keep the back straight, the butt sticking out, knees pressing out as you gently, yeah. So we're full knee flexion, we're dorsal ankle flexion, and we're hip flexion. So those three things need to happen in order for us to get our butt low. Doesn't matter if we don't. Either way, come down onto your butt at some point, however you want. And then a brief Navasana, a brief boat. Inhale an elbow. Exhale as we take the body long, we find half bow. Oh yes, I'd forgotten about you. Inhale as we open up the legs, open up the arms. Exhale as we cross. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we cross. Last one on each side. Inhale to open. Exhale to cross. Inhale. Exhale. Hopefully the right leg is forward. Exhale to come all the way down. Have a little brief inhale as we just give ourselves a break. And then lift the bum off of the floor. Take the thighs closer to you and the legs back behind you. Yes. Use your arms as well. So as we exhale, the arms come down, the legs are quick, and we lift up. Yeah, you can use your hands, absolutely, absolutely. Brilliant. Should have the right leg forward. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as the hands rest somewhere on the body. If you need a little bit of extra time just to re-establish blood pressure, go for it. If it feels fairly even, inhale, press through the toes, lift the heels and lift the arms. Maybe lift the eyes. Exhale, forward fold, heels land too. Inhale as we give ourselves a brief moment of doing nothing. Exhale, left leg comes back. Don't start the plank yet. And again, that front foot might just go out a little bit to the side so we feel balanced. Spin the back heel down, lift up side angle. Really nice. Firm through the core. So I know it's really easy just kind of let that loosen because it's done a lot of work already. But the reason it's done lots of work is so we can have a little bit of support. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, try and keep the torso where it is, but just move the arms. Inhale, front knee stays bent. Exhale as we straighten up the front leg, don't change the torso. Inhaling. Exhale, re-bend the front leg, reach, really use the arms, lovely. Inhaling. Exhale, let the arms go. Take them all the way to the back of your mat. Spin the front foot so that it's straight, back foot, back heel on the ground, and then lift up, side angle, one arm up, one arm down. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, keep the torso where it is. If you've gone long, make sure that you can support it there. As you lift the arms, reach the arms, inhale. Exhale, straighten up the leg triangle with the arms reaching. Imagine that you've got a massive yoga block between your feet, so don't let the feet become inactive. Yes, inhale. Exhale, re-bend the front knee, side angle. Inhaling. Exhale, arms sweep down. Let's have a brief pause in a forward fold, and a wide leg forward fold because we're there, why not? Brief pause, I feel like we deserve it. Crumbs. Yep, so you can stay there, okay, that's it. Yep. And again, with the forward fold, just make sure that you're not feeling it around a joint. So what can happen in a wide leg forward fold is we can feel kind of knee or an ankle kind of stretch. And you really want to be avoiding joint stretching. And then keep spinning the hands, keep spinning the feet till you get into runner's lunge. Oh, super excited Down dog, tabletop, kneeling, whatever, 4 breaths. Belly, ribs, back, chest. Once complete, tabletop. When you're in your tabletop, decide where you want your hands. Decide. Third one, we're almost there, almost there. 3, 2, 1, 1 minute 15 plank. Brilliant. Okay. So once we're here, once again, allow the hips to be a little bit closer to the ground. They tend to kind of have a little down dog shape. So then that's great. But actually, I'd like you just to come closer to the ground because that's where it's at. With your feet on the floor, just take a look through and underneath you how your feet look. So the left and right toes look like they're doing the same thing. Does one foot look like it's taking more weight? If it does, is there some way you can shift the weight over? Can you pour a little bit weight through the feet? Can you lower the hips if, like mine, they've snuck up? Take a look at the feet and then leave your head looking at your hands or looking slightly ahead of the hands as we take the last 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, oh, proper rest. Oh. Another 4 breaths. Nothing else to do, just breathe. Last breath. And then you choose. You can come up to a forward fold however you want. You can spend a bit longer laying down. If you want to, that chaturanga is there. Sometimes it's quite nice as just like a finisher in your body. I don't know, it does something to kind of like reset it. Sometimes it's just madness. And obviously a hop. I feel like I'm going to take my first hop today. I have to say I've got quite a lot of DOMs in my rhomboids because I was doing a lot of hopping yesterday. Yeah, when you're ready for the final round, come find your feet on the ground. If you've done all of those 3 planks with your palms down as opposed to your forearms, give your palms the opposite placement and just pop your hands underneath your feet. You can bend your knees as much as you want. And then have a little massage of your toes. So keep squeezing and releasing the toes. Or if that's not for you, you can simply stand and massage the wonderfully thick bits of muscle and sinew around your fingers and your wrists. Yeah. Whenever you feel ready, come to stand. Draw the arms up. And then as we exhale, stick the butt out, flat back. Ooh. Lovely. Belly stays lifted. Really lovely. Exhale, chair. Yep. Nice. You won't miss anything. Don't worry, Trish. This is like a self. Yes, don't worry. Inhale, go lower. And then pick up one foot. Hover it. And then step it out to the side. This was going to be more difficult because now we're outside of the hip. So as you press the other leg down and try and lift the other side, should feel a little bit more tenuous because you're outside of the bones. You're in this wider and turned out position. Think stick the butt out, think bend the knee, and think squeeze the knees out to the side, really squeeze. Little toes, stay active, keep squeezing. And then at some point you get to wherever your hips and your knees and your ankles let you, and you can just land with a bump. Once you do, legs come up. Oh, I can't believe what we've got to do now. Oh. Exhale, go long. Yes. Right, just one. Inhale, legs go wide. Exhale as they cross. That's it. Inhale as they go wide. Exhale, left foot should hopefully be on top. Yeah. Well done. All the way down. All the way down. Rest. But keep the left foot on top so you know where it is. Yeah. But just have a proper rest. And I'll just go through as well while you're resting those things. In order for this little roll to work, this squat, we need to use our arms, we need to use our exhale, and we need to use speed and momentum. So everything we've got in our arsenal. So just remember, momentum, speed, arms, breath. It's not that much to remember. When you're ready, if you've uncrossed your feet, recross the left foot over the right. Pick up the hips and lift. So now our feet are behind our head. Lovely. And then quickly, as we exhale, come all the way up to stand. Yes, really nice, Kate. You almost had it. Really, really great. Really great. I know I say it all the time. It has took me months to do. Absolutely months. Quickly go, like a bullet. Yes, great. When you use your arms is fine. When you get there, left leg forward, right leg back. Inhale, come all the way up. Just have a little brief check. We've done quite a lot already. We've done loads because we're almost finished. Exhale, hands somewhere soothing. Wherever soothing. Inhale as we lift the arms, we lift the heels, maybe lift the eyes. And then exhale, maybe arms come wide if we've got space, forward, fold, inhaling. Exhale, back foot comes back, front foot moves out to the side, so we've got left foot is forward, that's it, Trish, right foot's back. Spin the back heel, perfect, side angle. Yep, one arm up, one arm down. Exhale, keep the torso, move the arms. So we add the weight of the arms onto the position. Inhale. Exhale, press through the feet, straighten that leg. Imagine that gigantic block, squeeze the block. Inhale. Exhale, rebend. Side angle, okay, that's it. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. We move through our wide leg forward fold just briefly, little visit, and then we keep on going. Back heel down. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, pause. Exhale, nothing changes, just our arms. Inhaling. Exhale, straighten up the legs. Squeeze the massive block. Squeeze it. Inhale. Exhale, just the front knee moves. Inhaling. Exhale, allow the hands to come to the floor. Keep them moving to the top edge. Stay there for a second, stay in the middle. That wide leg forward fold, why not? And then keep on moving, keep spinning the feet. Down dog, tabletop, kneeling, or a seat as you take full breaths. You might want a drink of water as you give your body as much chance for the final plank as possible. Elaine looks like she's on the cover of Woman's Health. Like I've just looked, because you're all in black and you've got like that, so you can really see you're really defined. Sorry, everyone was breathing and I just made it into something really like, shallow, didn't I? Sorry. Anyway, when we're ready, Henry and Trish, do you want to do the last plank with us? Yeah, she's up for it. Right, forearms or palms, your choice. 3, 2, 1. We can also knee. We can also knee plank. That's still a plank. Right. Let's have a little feel into our hands. So first of all, if we push the floor away, how does that change the contact with the floor and our palms? So push the floor away and then release the floor. Push the floor and then release. Second thing is, does the left hand and the right hand look the same? And they probably shouldn't really look the same because they do fairly different things. But does it mean that one side is taking more weight? If so, can you even it out? What does it feel like if you slightly change the positioning of the hand? Have you still got strength there to stay here for just under 20 seconds? That's literally it. That is it. Keep pressing the floor away. Keep squeezing the feet. Keep lifting the belly up for the last 10. 8, 6. Keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Proper break. Proper rest. That's 5 minutes of plank. 5 minutes of plank. What can we not do? Last 3 breaths. Last long audible breath. And then choose. We're coming into massage and to restorative, but of course there is time if you want to do another chaturanga and a jump, or maybe even some wall work. And don't do what I did, where if you've got DOMs anywhere from doing too much wall stuff, let it properly, give it a break. Yeah. Nice. That's super solid, Jem. But yeah, probably give it a break. Probably give it a break. I know it's so exciting. And the thing is, when you feel solid, it's even better, but you need a break to heal. That's the thing, to rebuild. And Elaine's exactly right. That's on my plan. Oh, everyone's doing, I love it. So thread the needle is on my plan. Trish is up, legs up the wall. So maybe legs up the wall might feel bleeding lovely. Thread the needle, I thought was going to be really nice for our shoulders. And again, try not to think of it as a stretch. Try and think of it just as a softening into the blades. Yep, if that means you have to change where the arms are, go for it. If it means you pop a blanket underneath your head, also go for it. And we've got how long? Okay, we've got about 3 minutes to do as we please, maybe a little bit longer. So you can change, thread the needle when you want. Yep. Oh, if you are in thread the needle, only if it feels bloody lovely and it just feels so nice just to be soft, stay. If you've got a little bit of breath, just breathe into the back of the body. Just notice that as you breathe into the back, it's like the shoulder blades kind of open up like a little cave. when you finish with thread the needle, I had a couple of things on my plan. Most of them was a little massage because we've been really heavy. It's, to be honest, it's kind of everywhere, mainly back body and then everything core to shoulders. So first thing, we're going to do a little head massage. If it feels nice, because I know some of you don't really like it because blood pressure wise it feels odd. So if that's the case for you, just allow the head to have a little massage with the fingers. Otherwise, move off, sweet pops. Otherwise, you can come into tabletop, bend the elbows, and then move the top of the head, hairline, skull, around. Up to you. If you've just had your hair done, it's not going to work. Yeah. And the other thing that you can do here, but again, absolutely no rush, and this might be so nice that you stay here. So Trish, we're just massaging the crown of our head, our hairline and temples with the floor. And then you'll find if you take your head a little bit closer into your knees and lift your arms behind you and interlace if they'll go, you should find an interesting front of the shoulder stretch. Maybe. And if it's not comfortable, do not bother. Yeah, if the hands don't go or if it's just not comfortable, don't bother. These should be nice things. If you have had your head down for some time, just come up slowly. Just see if you can feel the blood kind of going back down. And then a very, very wonderful trap massage, STR. Oop, 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 oop. One hand on the trap as the head moves away from the hand and then towards it. Oh. You can be quite big with these movements, so use a lot of the hand, or maybe you want to be a little bit more targeted, so use a couple of fingers. When you feel that's just that little bit softer, you can go on to the other side. If when we're doing this, you feel that other places around that area are crying out the same thing, go for it. If you're not sure how a muscle works or what to do, the best thing is just to move whatever you're massaging around. And you should then work out where it gets a little bit shorter and where it gets a little bit longer. At some point, you might decide that you just want to lay down. That you've done your shoulders, your traps are good, your upper back is good. You might decide to have a little brief crocodile, or you might decide to come and twist the spine, either seated or lying down. Oh, how did it, we had loads of time and now that's the thing in restorative, isn't it? You go from having like 10 minutes to 30 seconds. And yet a plank goes on for about a week, doesn't it? Okay. So, when one side of that twist feels like it's kind of done something, you can come into the other side. Yes. And then when you're in the other twist, just notice how it feels. So some of you are sitting, some of you are laying, and notice whether that feels like you're in the right place for your body. Does it feel like you want to do those full breaths lying down in Shavasana, or does it feel like you want to do those full breaths upright in Sukhasana? And then when you think you've decided, just come and find that place, that even place. And wherever that is, just find the most comfortable position you can right now. Whatever's going on, the most comfortable. And then allow whatever's on the floor to feel the floor. Whatever parts of your body are on the floor, they feel the floor. And then move through your full part breath, belly, ribs, back and chest. Time and time again. And I'll come and get you in about 4 minutes. And you can softly and slowly start to make some small movements. You might allow the breath to be a little bit more inhale heavy. You might decide to slide the head from side to side. And if you're lying down, you can roll on over to your side. If you're sat upright, maybe keep the eyes closed and just very gently tuck the chin a little bit in. Whenever your next inhale happens, you can lift the chin or you can lift your torso up. When you get up, have a little shoulder roll and another wrist check. And spread the arms really wide. See how the shoulders feel, the shoulder blades. And then as they take them up, the traps. And then drop them down back to solid ground. Inhale as they lift. Exhale as they drop. Last time. Inhale. Palms join both sides together into that heart space. Namaste. Namaste, incredible friends. Next Thursday is, let's turn this off. Next Thursday is